for the Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. Lonzo G and Tristan Thompson, the duo at forward. And it's Bynum in at the 5 spot. And for Boston, at the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Brandon Bass is out there with Olynyk. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Here's Bradley. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Rondo. Rondo's got the game going here with the first basket for the Celtics.
Nice way for him to get started here early.
And guys, hopefully a sign of things to come from him here.
Rondo against Irving. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And here's Bradley.
Before his injury last season, it was quite clear that while the rest of the Celtics bunch could still hold their own, this would no doubt be Rondo's team moving forward.
Now here's Bradley. Clock at 6. Rondo passes to Bradley. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Bradley's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. And for Rondo and the Celtics, they'd actually explored trading him in the past. You always hear the rumors he butted heads with Doc Rivers, and they wondered if he was too individualistic. But now they hand him the keys.
Well, he's a tremendous player, Rondo, and a guy who can take over a game. And there have been times when he's been a little moody. We've seen him bump officials. He's gotten suspended. He's gotten into little tiffs with teammates. But I kind of like that feistiness, too, as long as it's channeled in the right way.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Outside Rondo. Outside Bradley. A three-pointer, no good. And so here's Cleveland. Irving kicks to G. It's stolen by Green. Right side, Green. Rondo's shot is good.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Irving dishes to Bynum. Back to Irving. Rebounded by the Celtics. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rondo off the pick from Olynyk. Here's Bradley. Traps in the tray. Bradley's got 6 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Here's G, guarded by Green. And here is Waiters. Just 5 on the clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Bradley passes to Rondo. Outside Green. Outside Bradley. Launches it. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Boy, he's really been rolling now from three-point range. What an opening quarter for him.
Irving kicks to Waiters. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, will it go?
It took a while for Dion Waiters to find his way in the NBA, but after about half the season, he really started to grow with the Cavs. Showed a lot of that potential as he put forth a much more efficient effort in the second half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Waiters. So it's the Celtics now. 6-point game. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Olynyk. to the inside. Bass uses the glass to finish the layup. Bass has got his first basket. And Waiters, a strong-bodied combo guard, taking 4th overall Clark in the 2012 draft out of Syracuse.
And you know, he's drawn some Dwayne Wade comparisons for his slashing and finishing ability, and I can understand it, but hold up, folks. Don't get carried away with that yet. But I love what Waiters showed in his rookie year. He's got some playmaking ability, has active hands defensively, first-team all-rookie. He's going to be a key part of the Cavs going forward.
Now Rondo, after Dion Waiters' three-pointer that didn't go. It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Rondo. He feeds it to Olynyk. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. Yes, Kevin, when we talked about this game, he said his concern was how to handle Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, Rondo has no problem getting to the middle of defenses and finding open teammates. We have to make him become more of a jump shooter. Let's see if they can do just that.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here is Rondo after the made shot from Andrew Bynum. Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. The dish to G. He kicks it to Bynum. There's the feed to G. Back to Bynum. Shoots from 14. A rebound by Jeff Green.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Rondo dishes to Green. Poked away, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Andrew Bynum. Outside Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Green in the post. He's guarded by G. And Green gets it to go.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Beyond the arc. G, no good. Celtics leading by 10. Olynyk sets a screen for Rondo. Here's Humphries.
The story came out about Chris Humphries last year that basketball wasn't his #1 sport as a kid. He was actually one of the best swimmers in the country as a youngster, but basketball's worked out just fine.
When you bring his name up, what I can't get out of my head is how ferocious he is as a rebounder.
You know, that's really a good way to describe him. He devotes so much energy to his work on the boards, it makes him hard to handle.
The first one falls, and the Cavaliers making a change here. Bennett's checked in. Humphries hits them both. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Irving passes to Waiters. Kicks it to G. It's stolen by Bradley. Humphries against Varejao. Now here's Here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. That's good. Zellinger's got his first points in this one. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving gets a screen from Bennett. Feeds it to Waiters. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Bradley, and that one's good. Bradley's got 11.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Mark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. You got to play hard, guys.
Waiters no luck.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's Bradley on the wing. Wants to get it to Humphries and does. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Irving attacking. Now Verajao inside. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jack comes in for Dion Waiters. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he was an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Jack with it. Lee with the block. Now Rondo. Rondo off the pick from Zellinger. Rondo kicks to Humphries. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Dishes it to Jack. Humphries with the steal. Lee outside. Pass to Rondo. He feeds it to Wallace. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for Mike Brown, his firing, kind of a desperation move by the Cavs to try to keep LeBron James. Steve, how'd you analyze that?
Well, I'm not sure that LeBron actually wanted him gone, but, you know, he's a great defensive strategist, a guy who excels in player development. And give credit to him. He didn't burn any bridges when he left. He maintained strong relationships there in Cleveland, and it's great to see Mike Brown back there with the Cavaliers.
And he makes the first.
You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point, and you know what's coming. They might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how their books look.
He doesn't get the second one. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back into the mix when he hits free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give yourself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown. So I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young talent, but they've maintained flexibility just in case.
Here's Rondo. After the made shot from Bennett, down to 5 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Now here is Jack. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Miles, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Celtics leading by 13. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. They set the pick. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jack. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Irving leading the charge. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 7.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Humphries with a screen on Irving. Irving against Rondo. Pass to Sullinger. Courtney Lee is on the wing. 6 to shoot. Right side, Lee. Jack with the defensive effort.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
And he gets it to go.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
There's the pass to Humphries. The drive by Lee. Back to Humphries. And stolen by Irving. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bennett. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Lee dishes to Wallace. Celtics passing it around. Humphrey sets a pick for Rondo. Here's Wallace. Offline with his 3. Outside Irving. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Bynum play together in the middle. Deion Waiters is out there with Jarrett Jack, and it's Miles in at the 3 slot. Shot's good by Waiters. Here's Bradley. Courtney Lee is on the wing, wide open. And Bynum pulls it down.
Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky. You know, last season a mid-level signee by the Celtics. Competes at the defensive end. Offensively, he's a good shooter with his feet set from long range. Really kind of likes the corner pocket three-pointers.
And he gets it to go.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, as everyone knows, Anthony Bennett was the #1 overall pick this season. And with the rise of the three-pointer in the NBA, the value of the so-called stretch 4 has never been higher. Stats have shown that playing 4 long-range shooters on the court at one time is a huge advantage for an offense. So for Bennett, a forward who can shoot with range and do damage inside, he finds himself in a league eager for his talents.
Certainly a player to root for. Thanks, Doris.
And, you know, he's still so young, but has shown a lot of promise. It's going to be really fun to watch him develop.
And for Courtney Lee, probably his best shot is that three-pointer.
Yeah, I think so. You know, he's a guy who can get out and transition and finish at the rim, but he's got a career three-point average of about 38%. So look for him to be even more aggressive firing away out there.
Wallace hits 2 free throws.
Well, you know, last season I think officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
Now here's Bynum. G kicks to Jack. He dishes it to Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Jack. Beyond the arc. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era, with KG and Pierce that is now a thing of the past. But look, they've hoisted a championship banner, very close to another, but it's just time to move on, and that's just the way it is in the NBA. These things go in waves, and the Celtics now in rebuilding mode.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Boston. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now and get that thing checked out.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Brandon Bass. Now here is Jack. Now here's Waiters. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. 6 to shoot, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Courtney Lee.
It looked to me as though the Cavs seemed to take a step backwards last year in their development. It wasn't that they lost any players. They just failed to take the next step in terms of competing in the Eastern Conference.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw, good. Waiters. Cavs did have a hard time against other Eastern teams, had a hard time against any team really, but in games against the East, Steve, they went 18-34. That's not going to cut it.
No, and the only division that the Cavs really held their own against was the Southeast, which was obviously pretty weak. So this was a Cleveland team that knew it was going to struggle. They did struggle, but again, hope for the future with a lot of young talent. And remember, they got the #1 pick, Anthony Bennett.
Now here's Lee. Right side, Lee passes it to Bradley. Humphries with a screen on Jack. Bradley can't get it to go.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Great D that time from Green.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Picked by Humphries. Back to Green. Stolen by Thompson. And Jack, here we go. And that one's good. Jack's got it back down to within single digits for the Cavs.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now, here's Olynyk. He was all alone on that one. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
Well, he may not have the elevation or the hop. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
Sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, he can put it down.
Here's Jack after the basket by Boston. There's the dish to Waiters. Waiters off a pick from Thompson. Waiters passes to G. Gets to the corner and buries it. G's got his first 2 points. Celtics leading by 11. Lee outside. Kicks it out to Bradley. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. From 11 feet away, off the left rim and out. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Moment here now for an injury report.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. A very somber tone over here on the sideline, guys. It does not look to be good news at all. We're starting to get into the grinding part of the season, and it has to be a real blow to this team to lose a player like him at a time like this.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, guys. You always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and in this one, this does not sound good.
Here's Waiters after the made shot from Bradley. Jack for three. Kept alive. He kicks it to Waiters. Bynum against Humphries. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Bynum.
Now you gotta love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
Now here's Lee. He's guarded by Waiters. The drive by Lee. And the layup falls. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Celtics leading by 11.
As he's grown as a player, Andrew Bynum has become more forthcoming with his opinions, which I don't mind. One thing he said last season was that he felt his development was stifled a little bit by playing with Kobe Bryant. And you know what? He might be right.
Now here's Lee. Here's Bradley. Poked loose.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
And Waiters kicks to Jack. Out left to the wing. Baseline jumper. Bynum missing again. And going back to Andrew Bynum, certainly he's shown the capability to be a go-to scorer on the low block.
Well, he's an old-school center. I mean, you can throw him the ball in the block. He's got great footwork. He can score with either hand. He's an impossible cover when he's physically right. But that's the question. Will he be healthy? If so, then they've got a guy who can demand double teams down there.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Waiters kicks to Jack. Nailed from three-point land. Jack's got 7 points in the game.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Humphrey sets a pick for Lee. The feed to Humphries. Here's Olynyk. Can't get it to go. Some solid D here from Bynum. Jack with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Bynum with a screen on Bradley. Jack dishes to Waiters. But they recover it. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bynum. Bennett comes in for Thompson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Dion Waiters. Now here's Wallace. Out to the right wing. Humphries the pass to Sellinger. Nice ball movement by Boston. The drive by Rondo. Here's Bradley. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Irving kicks to G. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Kicks it to Wallace. Feeds to Bradley. Nice D from Miles.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Dishes it to Irving. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rondo. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Here's Humphries. High shot from 10 feet out. Humphries has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Pass to Verja. Shoots. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Boston leading by 15. Bradley gets a screen from Sullinger. Bradley can't get it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Miles dishes to Bennett. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Anthony Bennett, 6'8", 240 out of UNLV. Incredibly explosive and athletic. A multifaceted scorer. He shot 38% from long range with the Runnin' Rebels in his 1 season in college, but also an excellent finisher in the paint.
That's good from Bennett. And for Bennett Clark, he's a guy who teams could slot in at either the small forward or I guess even the power forward position.
Well, you consider the wingspan. 7'1" allows him to play bigger than his height would suggest. And I've always said it's not how tall you are, it's how big do you play.
Right.
And his skill set allows him to play on the perimeter, too.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the miss from Humphries. Irving passes to Bennett. Shot clock at 6. Drops it in from 11 feet. Bennett's got 5 now. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, the huge trade that really overshadowed this year's draft, the blockbuster deal between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics sending out the veteran trio of Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, and in return receiving 3 future first-round picks, the right to swap picks in 2017. For the Celtics, a tough but realistic decision to begin the rebuild process. For the Nets, an all-in attempt to win a title. Guys, it sent shockwaves throughout the league, and we'll just have to wait to see how it all shakes out.
They've got probably the best team in franchise history. We'll see where they go next. Right side, Rondo. He feeds it to Humphries. Wallace outside. Pass to Rondo. Look from Wallace. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. 6 points for Jared Sullinger.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him. I mean, he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And, Steve, you look at him, he is a banger. I mean, he really enjoys the physical aspect of the game.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He wants his players to step up the pace. He told them they should be looking to get out and run every chance they get. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
This is an absolute monster performance from him. He is pulverizing them from the three-point line.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Irving. And the shot is good. Irving's got 9.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Irving against Rondo. On the wing, Wallace. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Humphries, no good. That'll do it for the first half. Celtics out in front. They lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I've got Mike Brown, and Coach, obviously you guys have some ground to make up in the second half. What's been the biggest problem thus far?
They're coming up with every loose ball, every offensive rebound, and they're just outworking us. They're a little quicker than everything. Things are slipping out of our hands because they're bumping us here and bumping us there. And really, that's the difference in the ball game. We can't come up with the second shots.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, make sure to stay tuned in for halftime, and we'll be back right after that.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thursday night means basketball on 2K Sports. Thanks so much for joining us for the halftime report. Boston leading against Cleveland. Active hands is the way you describe their play. Getting a good amount of steals. They're playing up defensively and picking them off. For Avery Bradley, things certainly going his way against Cleveland. At the break, 21 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. And still hanging in there, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Kyrie Irving is off to a great start. He's got 9 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing here from Bradley.
Wow, the threes have just been dropping for him. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Could not have been a more productive day for him from long range.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Olynyk is out there with Wallace, and it's Green in at the small forward position.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Well, Jared Wallace still a good player in this league, but not quite the defensive lockdown defender and difference maker that he once was.
And Wallace, Clark, known as Crash for his aggressive play style. Always a high motor.
Yeah, he's always in the mix. Really aggressive, a guy who rebounds well for his size, will attack you in the open court off the dribble. An all-star and all-defense first team in 2010. Terrific athlete, gives you 100% when he takes the floor, but he's got to up his production this season.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
It's really hard to say that Lady Luck hasn't been smiling on the Cavs in the past few years. LeBron was lost a few years back, but ever since then, they've had tremendous luck in the NBA draft lottery and had the first overall pick in 2 of the last 3 years.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Celtics leading by 10. Down low, deflects the pass, stolen by Waiters. Bynum sets a screen for Waiters. Outside Irving. And there's the pass to G. He dishes it to Waiters. Cleveland gets it back. And Thompson kicks to G. Cleveland moving it around. Bynum, and the lead is down inside single digits. Bynum's got 6.
That's really told the story today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
And there's the call on Bynum. That's his first foul. Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks, and as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Dion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better, and we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Olynyk. And here is Waiters. 8 points for him, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Now an appropriate time as we get a chance to look at the all-time list for assist average. Some Hall of Fame point guards for sure. Magic and Stockton, the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, Chris Paul right up there. You know, it surprises me how few players have averaged near double-digit assists. It's just not something you take for granted.
Rondo's shot is good.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Irving kicks to Bynum. The leaner, and it's Bradley with the rebound. Celtics leading by 12. Rondo dishes to Bradley. Outside, Green. On the wing, Wallace. Back to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rondo. Shot is blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Guys, the Celtics went from being a powerhouse in the East to middle of the pack last season, but they still protected their home court as well as anybody. Easy to find inspiration here with the parquet floor under your shoes and the banners hanging over top.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris. You do have to love the parquet floor here, as you said, Clark. The pride certainly a factor last season as the Celtics were able to finish, Steve, with a 27-13 record here at their home.
And even though the Celtics would end up just as the 7th seed in the East, you knew they would control their home floor just because of their veteran experience, their talent, their coaching. So they were really able to ride that home court into the playoffs.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Olynyk. Irving passes to G. The kick out to Irving. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 15.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Olynyk. He's got 10. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Irving kicks to Waiters. Passes it to Bynum. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half. I'll tell you what, I don't know of any players that like to miss time during an NBA season, but no player especially wants to miss time because of a bowling accident. One of the bigger head scratchers last season was Bynum's absence because of knocking over some bowling pins.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 21. Into Wallace. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Wallace has got 4 this quarter.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And for Bynum, that setback with his knee suffered bowling. You don't normally think of bowling as hazardous.
Well, it depends how you play. Personally,
Well,
I've always felt bowling can be very physical, but I play a different style. I know you probably just roll the ball down the lane.
What do you mean different? What do you mean different style?
I attack the pins. I attack. I'm aggressive as a bowler. You're probably just like just take 2 hands and just kind of gently roll the ball.
Of course, I want to hurt my back. Here's Bradley after the made shot from Andrew Bynum. Rondo dishes to Olynyk. Some solid D here from Bynum.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Lee's checked in for Bradley. Celtics leading by 6. Rondo with the ball. He has 6. Here's Olynyk. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And that's 12 points for Kelly Olynyk.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Now Irving. 15 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Rondo. Courtney Lee is on the wing, guarded by Waiters. Good. Lee's got 6.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. He lobs it up, deflects the pass. It's taken away by Wallace. Rondo with it, guarded down by Andrew Bynum. Outside Rondo, the dish to Green. And Waiters over to help. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Here's Irving. He kicks it to G. Tries to save it. The feed now to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by the Celtics. Rondo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by Green. Rondo kicks to Wallace. The Celtics working the ball around now. Now here's Waiters. He's got 8. Kicks it to Bynum. Now here's Waiters. He's covered by Rondo. Waiters passes to Thompson. That's good. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Another good offensive possession for him. He's trying to shoulder the load here for his team.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, it looked like another year where Tristan Thompson would just be a role player for the Cavs, but when Anderson Varejao went down with the injury, Thompson really seized the opportunity to become a more prominent player for the Cavaliers, and he made a lot of improvement.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And you look at Thompson, a force on the offensive glass to be sure. How big a scorer, Clark, do you think he can be?
Well, I don't know if he's a shooter based on the form. He's got some mechanics that he needs to work out in his shot. But I love his arms, his length, his bounce, his motor. I think if he continues to work on his post moves, develop a go-to move, who knows, he could become more than serviceable as an offensive player.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that.
Feeds it to Humphries. And he gets it to go. Humphries has got 8 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin, closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
For the Cavaliers, being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. And defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine Bad offense, bad defense, going on the road, you're in some trouble.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Now here's Lee. He's got 8. Rondo off the pick from Sullinger. Rondo kicks to Sullinger. Rondo against Irving. And again, Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 10.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Irving kicks to Jack. Back to Irving to end the drought. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. 17 points for Kyrie Irving. Celtics leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Right side, Lee. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Bennett. Bennett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Jack. And Boston with the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Rondo. 10 points for him. Lee, left side. Boston needs to get off a shot. Shot's good. And it's 8 points for Jared Sullinger.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Here is Verija. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Verijav's got his second basket of the game.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now here's Rondo. Lee kicks to Green. Back to Lee. To the inside. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Waiters, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. .36 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 4. Sullinger, no good.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Irving with it. Sullinger picks him up. Dishes it to Bennett. Unloads from 9. Rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Bradley off the drive. Pass to Humphries. He feeds it to Rondo. Fires from the line. No good on that last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 14. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And here at the end of the third quarter. And the Celtics with possession here. They lead by 14. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Irving and Waiters, the guards. Lonzo G and Tristan Thompson, the duo at forward. And it's Bennett in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Wallace. Back to Green. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Irving attacking. Thompson left side. Here's G. And here is Waiters. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, you think of what a typical Eastern Conference team plays like, and you often think of the Celtics. I mean, they like to slow it up. They'll play hard D and take their fouls when they can. Still, the Celtics last year were just average when it came to playing the rest of the conference.
That free throw, no good. Well, and back to the Celtics, even as you said, Clark, they do all the things most Eastern Conference teams do well. They just couldn't keep it together, Steve, to finish far above 500 in the East.
Well, losing Rondo was a huge part of it as they had to adjust their entire offense midway through the season. And I think a lot of it, too, is, the rest of the East has caught up to them, and time is finally catching up to them.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Now, here's Bradley. They kick it out to Green. Thompson with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Pass to Waiters. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. He dishes it to Bynum. And that one's good.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Boston leading by 14. Rondo with it. Outside Brantley. The pass to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Bynum with the block. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Good. That's 12 points for Rajon Rondo.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Irving dishes to G. Bynum, the pass to G. Shot clock at 5. Irving for 3. Rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Now here's Rondo. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Last season, Doc Rivers said he was hoping for Rajon Rondo to be even more aggressive and assertive than usual. The Celtics are at their best when Rondo looks to score first and then distribute later.
He's off on the first. Well, going back to Rondo last season, he did up his scoring about 2 points a game, Clark, to I think about 14 a game.
And you factor in 11 assists a game as well, Kevin. So never a guy who's going to lead the league in scoring, but a nightly double-double machine, and on occasion, he'll throw that triple-double at you too.
And he's good on the second.
Cleveland has its hands full guarding against Rondo.
13 points and 10 assists also. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards too.
Yeah, he's doing all those little things that are so important.
Here's G. Passes it to Waiters. It's stolen by Bradley. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bradley's got 23 points.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And so here's Cleveland, trailing by 19. Here's Bynum. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Rondo kicks to Green. On the wing, Wallace. Clock at 6. Back to Green. From deep. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Out to the wing. On its way from Irving for two. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half. Celtics leading by 15. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now here's Rondo. Olynyk can't hit. Now here's Waiters. And Wallace with the block. Now here's Bradley. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Rondo with a screen for Green. That's good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
The dish to Waiters. Out to the right wing. Here's Bynum. The shot from the low post is good. Bynum's got 19 points. Boston leading by 15. Here's Rondo. Outside Brent. And here is Olynyk. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Green against Irving. He kicks it to G. The feed now to Bynum. Little turnaround. Rebound Boston. Earlier in the game they had a 19-point lead. Outside Rondo.
Just getting on the court last season was a big triumph for Jeff Green, who was forced to sit out a year after undergoing heart surgery. You look at how he progressed over the season, and he got better with each month. Really inspirational.
Jeff Green. Going back to Jeff Green, the Celtics had to be encouraged to see the way he progressed as last season went on.
I thought last year was good for him. He emerged confidence-wise. He seemed to take on a bigger role in Boston. And I think he started to justify that 4-year contract he signed with the Celtics.
First one falls for him.
Looking at the game for Green, he has 9 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
The Celtics making a switch here. Humphries checked in. Both free throws good from Green.
Jeff Green, drafted out of Georgetown by the Celtics back in 2007. Actually never played a game for them. Was traded to Seattle in exchange for Ray Allen. But in 2011, Boston reacquired him in exchange for Kendrick Perkins. So it's come full circle for the young man, and I think he's starting to find his groove as an NBA player.
That's good.
Man, that is a devastating move. How about that crossover?
He said, take a seat, dropped him off, and went all the way to the rim.
Celtics leading by 15. Outside Rondo. Rondo off the pick from Olynyk. And it's Rondo penetrating. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Rondo's got 5 points now this quarter. And for Jeff Green in Seattle, then Oklahoma City playing alongside Kevin Durant. Green, Steve, ended up at the power forward position, and I thought he was thriving with Boston.
Yeah, I like that position for him, actually, because when you put him at the small forward, offensively, he's limited. You put him at the 4, now he can drive right around his man and use his speed and quickness. But defensively, he can guard pretty much anybody out there size-wise.
Now, here is Humphries, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Olynyk can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And he gets it back. And it's Bradley off the drive. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 25 points for Avery Bradley. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Outside Irving. Kicks to Bynum. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You got to challenge him a little bit at least.
And good on the basket. Book it. And now it's 27 points for Avery Bradley. Feeds to Waiters. Looks for Bynum, gets it to him. The shot. It's rebounded by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dishes it to Bradley. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Irving. Pass to Bynum. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rondo. And the shot is good. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Bradley. Rondo dishes to Green. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. That's 12 points for Jeff Green.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And another specialty of his is the 3-ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
And it's checked in for Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Irving with the ball. Here's G. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Rondo against Irving. Rondo passes to Humphries. Bradley kicks to Humphries. The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Here's Rondo. And Bynum pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Waiters dishes to Bynum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bynum's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Celtics leading by 14. Here's Bradley, rejected by Bennett. Now here's Waiters, covered by Humphries. Offensive rebound. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Bynum having a terrific game. He has 23 points and a block. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Well, that's not a combination too many players are capable of either, guys.
The first one falls. Boston making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. That one misses.
They're digging their own hole here, throwing dirt on themselves. They haven't been nearly as efficient from the line as they were in the first half, and that can be self-destructive.
Rondo drives in, and that is good. And the Celtics lead by 15.
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Now here's Waiters. Left side, Irving. He feeds it to Bennett. G kicks to Irving. From the baseline. That's good. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for Boston.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
If you had to pick one player who would take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Rondo. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Bradley passes to Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Back to Bradley. And Waiters over to help. Rondo against Irving. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Boston, no good that time either. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-6 run. G dishes to Bynum. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now Green. Now Rondo. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win, Gerald. And how was this team able to come out and get your presence established?
I think defensively we came out and established ourselves from the get-go defensively. We played aggressive. We took them out of everything they wanted to do, forced the turnovers, and we were able to get out in the open court.
This is a dangerous team in the open floor, Gerald. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rajon Rondo.